Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind, and the others got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me? Suppose I am. He's a good friend of mine, or at least he was. I missed him. But I weren't under any presumptions that our friendship would last the moment our unit was dissolved, or we otherwise parted ways. If something's wrong, I ain't in any position to fix it. True. Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
It's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Well, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. But I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you're doing is, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things. Will you help me? Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope. No use standing around. Pull out that rip modulator and fire it up. Mobilizing.
handle this. Investigating hostile intelligence.
Our system is the best anyone has ever had. Perfection is perfect.
Scoping out a hostile.
Paradigm is ironclad.
Trouble ahead. Proceeding to attack. silence.
This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves. Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment.
Hostilities are afoot. Paths are out. Get it while it's energized. Ratcheting up my aggression. I'll handle this. Here.
What in the void? Oh, I think I've seen enough death to feel through this.
Mobilizing.
It don't get any easier. What happened here? Graph's raring to go. Ha!
Commander, throwing energy your way.
I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
At least Auntie's Choice had the good sense to leave the back door operational. Can't say I'm yearning to see what they've done with the place, though.
I just want answers. Let's go.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Mix me up. I'd do it for you. Back in business.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
That's assuming he'd care. I'd give that roughly a 1 out of 10 chance.
What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of...
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg
Resorting
over
to
face to face.
I is the enemy.
Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Void. That must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help.
Should be just what the adorable little, this small creature needs.
Cub's awake. Mama's rage is ebbing. I think this calls for a reunion.
Oh, look at... Look, the creature is proceeding.
Seems Mama's calmed all of the other ursopods, too. Reckon we might walk on... Ah!
A touching reunion between mother and child. Never thought such a thing could be engineered between the beasts. Fascinating.
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are. What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. What you have to understand is that being a regular soldier does not pay dividends, but being the ultimate frontline fighter does. They understood this. Unfortunately, understanding can only go so far, as each of their bodies rejected the graft. But I got exceptional data out of it.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. Forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents. reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I'm not sure I should. If I accept such a bribe, what does that make me? Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. And please don't go ignoring me this time. I came here to make him pay for what he's done and burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I'll admit, Commander, I wasn't clear on where you stood with everything we saw in the lab. I feared you thought so little of it, of me, the way you brushed me off. But I'm thankful for your insight now. You've got the right of it, I think, seeing what we can salvage of this work. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Law knows the folk hurt by the war could use the help. That's something I ain't lost sight of. I know Ortiz wouldn't have either. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
Eyes up. I spy a vent. Those things unnerve me.
What wretched work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them. I wanted a pet cysty pig real bad when I was a kid. I can water and feed him if you're keen. Ain't never seen a cysty pig move so fast in all my life.
There, the grafts are yours. I've lifted the lab out of lockdown. You are free to leave unhindered. I'll be off to Fairfield soon.
I need some time to think, Commander. We'll speak later, yeah?
My belongings. I'll head to Fairfield post-haste. Just gathering my belongings. I'll head to Fairfield post-haste. Oh, just gathering my belongings. I'll head to Fairfield post-haste.
Wait.
The Protectorate have the entrance to the Archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan?
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal?
Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup.
Mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Now that's a plan I can get behind.
Distracted, daydreaming on the job. Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect.
Prudence dictates.
Assessor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
Enemy in vicinity.
You are the raw material for
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
duty to the Protectorate.
Merit study?
Cannon a unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve set
Say, disruptive
Dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work?
Doing it now.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest crab
Enemy
rations
moving into
fell
harm's
ill.
way.
Never eating crabble again. Quick once over.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates
Hostile in proximity.
Take this!
Always dreamt of coming here.
Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Oh, you poor man. I sincerely hope we don't have to shoot you.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical training? Thank you, but no, you're too kind. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the, Caduceus. I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me mental refreshment at best. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Caduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. I am providing you the Caduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation. a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement, to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
Is it broken? Did you just break the archive?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern.
Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I've unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play, though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison. Watch yourself.
Corporate drones in my academic...
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse? You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed as leader of this motley band. Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then, the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again. Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Unbeknownst to us simple combat shivers, there was a master switch that managed the breakers, controlling power to the lifts and exterior doors. As they began to lose ground, the Protectorate garrisoned automechs, flipped the switch, retreated into the foundational buildings, and locked them from the inside. Of course, all we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Auntie stresses that we should always be ready to ply our trade, even if it means we're trading ice for snow. I'm sure...
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point. I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaped clean.
Enemies are afoot. Investigating hostile intentions.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress...
Resorting to violence.
Protectorate engineers. Something they didn't repair much. Pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around?
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
That manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But
proceeding to attack.
I go internally to look after itself.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. Ratcheting up by aggression.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
to activate the system.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to
Mobilizing. Graph's back in business.
Where's customers about?
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
You're not our target consumer, you're just a problem.
Proceeding to attack.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job. Really? We get to keep all this stuff and you'll just leave? Yeah. That's great. Best for everyone. You should be moving on. Nothing for you here.
Nothing here for you either. You stole from me, and you're gonna pay for it.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Resorting to violence.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Sorry, of course it was you. Well, I guess I'm out of sorts. It's been a tough month. Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on.
Watch yourself.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now. Investigating hostile intentions. say this for my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive.
Is the pain of this wound making me hallucinate? Or are you the unforeseen interloper my scouts have been speaking of? Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold. You what? On your own? We've been fighting for weeks to try and gain access to the controls, and you simply waltz in on a whim? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your goal now? We could greatly use your help if you are willing. Wow, well, that's simply wonderful. All our lives are depending on you.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Liquored up on artificial flavor.
Replenishing my firearm.
Have a defense for a strategic position like this one. Good.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides.
Huh. These ones didn't die of exposure. It was rapid onset, this freezing. You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... What in the Sovereign's name? How did you get in here? Don't worry.
Combatant observed.
Please, I need... Get in here. Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traitors.
There is too much at stake to let you simply ignore me. Guards! Guards! I need everything you find on that person's corpse.
They envy our prosperity.
Suddenly my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system. Horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of protectorate, it would be a despicable lie to say my choice was driven by anything but abject cowardice, which now makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel, confess my transgressions, and accept retribution, and I'll do so. Soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Disruptive influences. Disruptive traitor. Sensibly, I must reload. Restoring the balance.
would be a damn sight easier if we could just blast our way through this place.
Society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind.
Data brick extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
I'll handle
Pugnant
this.
and spongers. Go through them if necessary.
What's this? Reprobate!
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize a final entry at the data gateway station nearby.
One step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Convenient. Let's head over.
Another system endures.
Capacity unit away. Recharge.
Rat's tingling. All charged up.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Energy capacitors are out. Energy is up for grabs. Proceeding to attack. Mobilizing. Ratcheting up my aggression. Yeah. Yeah.
You've returned. Please tell me you bring promising news. I understand.
These folk built a giant computer taking up a whole moon, but without destroying the climate or its fauna. Reckon Auntie could learn a thing or two.
Feeling distracted?
The operator has returned.
Invasive elements.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Rift processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?
What are they doing down there? Are they after us?
I'm guessing it's supposed to do that.
I'll handle this. Capacitor deployed. Free and... Hostilities are afoot.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
Looks like we could ride this down if we get it moving.
Immobilizing.
Doors outsider!
Pushing ahead!
Of ammunition.
The Archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Appears we can adjust turret settings. Seal those doors from reinforcements.
I see a few
Emergency
caches around
first
if you're
aid
low on
cache
supplies.
unsealed.
Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Reactor reinforcement doors sealed. Reactor fire suppression system online.
That automech is enormous. How is that practical to have indoors?
Hostilities are afoot.
Someone talk to her, medic.
Combat probable.
It is a privilege to die for them. I'll handle this. Many ways to die here. Careful.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The rifts are almost akin to an archival process, yet are inimical to organic matter. Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
My priorities parallel those of the Order co-founder, the charismatic mathematician. To help nudge humanity toward its ultimate ascendance. To hinder outsiders from disrupting our perfect system.
To bankrupt our rivals and force them to buy all manner of necessities from us.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.